Alrighty, hey there people who are interested in Sasquatch structures. I just came down to this reservoir to take a look at what's being built, if there's anything new. And I came across this here, right, in the suburbs, but just enough cover to provide the Sasquatch some privacy. Typical build of what they usually make. I don't think it was whoever was drinking that Fireball whiskey, but you can tell, this is a place where homeless come, where people come to get away. But there's really no point in building this if you're out here drinking. They could put this across and then lean something up every time they come through. I'm not exactly sure the reason they do stuff like this, or they just built a little bit and are going to come back and finish it. But I saw something else interesting when I was standing over here. This is a well-trodden little path here. I don't think that's them there. What I saw is right over here, super close to a grocery store, to the main street. Whoa, look at this. Got some pants hung up on this one. Probably as plausible denial. But this is very artistic. Still got the tag from the thrift shop on it. Don't know how somebody lost their shorts, their pants, but anyway. This is very typical of something they would build, with the bark being used to frame it all in, to block it all in on top of the sticks. A little bit of shaved bark hanging. Very typical Sasquatch structure. Very strange, though, to find those pants on there. I don't think that a human left them, but maybe they did. Don't think a human built this little thing, though. It's pretty dang small. It would be hard to get up in there and have it provide any cover. Can hear some hummingbirds out here tweeting. But that is awesome. I didn't know what I was going to find here, because it's been kind of hit or miss. And I haven't been to this lake for probably a year. But I was just up at this corner of town. And I was like, I know where I'm heading. Just because it's so quick from the parking lot to take a look. I can just hike in and in 5 minutes know if anything's being built or not. And then they also build on the other side of the lake over here on occasion, and I can drive up and around instead of walking all the way around, which is nice as well. But I don't think I'm even gonna go over there. It's kind of dirty in there. Well, maybe I will. Haven't been there for a while. But really cool find here in the suburbs of Denver. And like I said, very typical of what the Sasquatch are building constantly. I hear a lot of podcast hosts and other people who don't do any research claim that, we need to prove that Bigfoot is building these. But I did see Miguel from Sasquatch Theory talk about, there was a video on Facebook. It didn't really show a juvenile Sasquatch building a structure, but the title was something along those lines. So I don't know if he saw a juvenile building a structure. It sounds like he did, based on the title of the video that I saw on Facebook. So I'm 100% sure that the Sasquatch are building these. I've never seen a human being constructing them. You don't really see people using them except at the beach over at the state park that I go to. People will put their blanket right up to it and get inside and use it to block themselves from the sun. But even the rangers have alluded to having Sasquatch build them. When a friend of mine said, "Oh, I know you guys are building these," and they said, "Yeah, me and Sasquatch, me and Bigfoot." So really cool with the pants hanging on there. Plausible denial, making it look like humans are doing this when I think we know who's really building it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later. Okay, still doing a little bit of investigation just on this beach side here, trying to not get my nice shoes all muddy. But you see there's some sticks stuck in the ground. Another one right here, which I think Sasquatch does regularly. But what is cool are these tiny little baby footprints in here that I think could be the Sasquatch juvenile. You can see some really good definition. You can see all the toes. Potential mid-tarsal break in there. Not 100% sure. You can see where it stepped here. But I mean, it is stinky. See all the feathers, tons of birds down here, which means food for the Sasquatch. But look at that. I mean, that's a good print if that's them walking through here. Got them going both ways. But just potentials, because Sasquatch don't wear shoes. There's the big toe. Toes coming across in the heel. So, good chance that's who's out here doing their thing. Plenty of cover. They could just tuck right in those bushes. Be hiding out here doing whatever they need to do. Kind of like an X right there. Not definitive, but those footprints are pretty good evidence of who's making this structure, these structures out here. So just wanted to share that with you. All right, food for thought. I'll see you next time.